Well, a good Thursday afternoon across southwest Louisiana, and it's pretty easy to tell where it's been a little more rainy and cloudy so far this late afternoon, and where things, for now, have stayed more dry. And basically, most of our area is generally into the 80s and even low 90s on the map, with 92 at Fort Johnson, the warm spot, 91 over into Quincy. Check out Jennings though, the temperature's been knocked down to 77 degrees. That's the power of a lot of cloud cover outside, and yeah, there's been some rain showers, at least near that area. Looking off to the north of the Skycam, you can certainly see some of those darker clouds out in the distance, and that's showing up very well on our radar. So let's take another look at our radar. There's basically a couple of main clusters of showers and storms we're watching, as well as a couple of smaller pop-up showers that have formed. One of these clusters are in eastern Cameron Parish, southern Calcasieu, southern Jeff Davis, near the Grand Chenier area. Some showers moving from east to west, heading towards Creole and Cameron, and some of that activity also extends farther north near Bell City, Hayes, and this will continue likely moving off to the north and east, closer to Grand Lake and maybe even southern Calcasieu Parish if that holds together. The other cluster of storms we're watching is now moving into Allen Parish, just near and north of the Kinder vicinity along Highway 165. This activity will continue pushing off to the north and west. So let's take a look at Futurecast, and overall it's doing a pretty good job with the placement of these showers and storms, and we'll likely see the scattered activity continue at least throughout the early evening hours. I don't think everybody sees a thunderstorm, but if you do have to be outside, just keep an eye to the radar, have an umbrella handy. Of course, as always, you can track the rain using our First Alert weather app. And like we saw yesterday, I think after sunset, we'll start to see both this activity move off to the west and likely diminish in coverage. So we're expecting a quiet rest of our Thursday night, which brings us to Friday. And overall, it's not looking too much different. We'll have a quick warm up, giving high temperatures back into the low 90s. And yes, there is a chance for maybe a couple more additional showers and storms, particularly along and south of I-10. Even so, I don't expect that the coverage would be quite as widespread as what we see right now. You'll still though want to keep an eye to the radar, especially if you do have any evening plans. But thankfully, we have an upper level high pressure system beginning to head closer to southwest Louisiana. So by the weekend, that's going to reduce our rain chances once again. Before next week, when that high moves off to the west, that's going to mean we'll likely see a better chance for a few daily showers and thunderstorms. In the tropics, we don't have Alberto anymore. We're still watching an area in the Bay of Campeche for possible development over the next week. Even if that does develop, I would expect that to move into Mexico. Another area off the southeastern United States coast may try to form. That I don't think is a threat to southwest Louisiana either. Instead, we will watch those higher temperatures to return this weekend, likely back into the low and maybe even mid-90s, especially for inland areas. Agnes?
All right, well, still to come on First at 4, Trump gets